Have you ever woken up in the morning, looked around the room and thought, why do I already feel tired, and the day hasn't even started yet? You're not alone. It's something so many of us feel as we get older. You open your eyes, maybe the sunlight's peeking through the curtains, birds are chirping, and still, your body feels like it just ran a marathon in your sleep. It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the good news. Your mornings don't have to feel like that. In fact, the way you start your day can completely shift how your body and mind feel for the entire day. It's not about being a morning person or running a mile at sunrise. It's about building a few simple, gentle habits that work with your body, not against it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age, habits are hard to change. And hey, I get it. But these aren't drastic changes. They're small, easy steps that can make you feel more awake, more present, and yes, more alive. So in this video, we're going to talk about a handful of these habits. Nothing complicated, nothing overwhelming. Just small shifts that can bring back your spark, starting first thing in the morning. Let's start with something that sounds too simple to matter, but trust me, it's powerful. The very first habit is opening your eyes and taking a deep breath. Not rushing to the bathroom, not checking your phone, just pausing. Taking one long, deep breath through your nose, holding it for a moment, and slowly letting it out through your mouth. Try it with me now. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Feel that? That's your nervous system saying, okay, we're safe. Let's start slow. This one breath tells your body it doesn't have to panic. It's not being thrown into the chaos of the day. It gives your mind a moment to settle. It might seem tiny, but doing this every morning sets a calm, intentional tone, and believe it or not, it can help regulate your blood pressure, improve oxygen flow, and reduce that foggy-headed feeling. You're giving yourself a soft launch into the day instead of a crash landing. Now, once you've taken that breath or two, there's something else that works wonders, something we often overlook. It's getting your body moving just a little before you even get out of bed. I'm not talking about sit-ups or anything fancy. I'm talking about gentle stretches, right there under the covers. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your ankles. Stretch your arms over your head. Maybe slowly turn your neck from side to side. What you're doing here is waking up your circulation. You've been lying still for hours. Blood settles, joints get stiff. But a few light stretches help reintroduce movement and gently tell your muscles, hey, we've got a beautiful day ahead, let's warm up for it. You'd be surprised how much more balanced and energized you feel just from a few minutes of light stretching before even planting your feet on the floor. And speaking of getting up, here comes the next habit, and it might be one of the most overlooked energy boosters of all, hydration. I know water's not as exciting as coffee, but hear me out. When we sleep, we go 6, 7, sometimes 8 hours without a sip of water. Our body naturally dehydrates overnight. And guess what the number one symptom of dehydration is? Fatigue. That sluggish, heavy feeling? A lot of times, it's your body simply asking for water. So before you reach for your morning coffee or tea, try drinking a glass of room temperature water. Not cold, not hot, just simple water. If you want to make it a bit more enjoyable, squeeze in a little lemon. That touch of citrus can aid digestion and wake up your taste buds, too. Think of it as giving your internal engine a little oil before you hit the gas. And no, you don't have to chug it. Sip it slowly, maybe while sitting near a window watching the sun rise, or just enjoying a few minutes of peace. It's such a gentle way to start your body's systems and say, okay, let's start this day with clarity. Now, let's talk about the habit that's just as important as water and breath, but even more personal, how you talk to yourself. You might not think of self-talk as a morning habit, but oh, it is. And it matters more than you might imagine. The first thoughts you allow into your mind in the morning often shape your whole outlook. If you wake up thinking, ugh, another day of aches and appointments, then yeah, that's probably how the day will feel. But if you wake up and say, even quietly, I'm thankful to be here, or let's find something good today, you're programming your mind to look for hope, not hardship. It's not about ignoring your challenges or pretending everything's perfect. It's about choosing your focus. When you say something kind to yourself in the morning, you're not just being optimistic. You're creating the energy you want to live in for the rest of the day. You're steering the ship instead of drifting. And listen, I know life isn't always easy, especially as we age. There are aches, losses, things we didn't expect. But every morning gives us a brand new blank page. And how we start writing on it matters more than ever. So let's pause here. You've just learned some simple but powerful habits. Starting your day with a deep breath, stretching under the covers, sipping water before anything else, and speaking to yourself with kindness. These small things might seem simple, but they build momentum. And once that momentum starts rolling, it can carry you through the whole day with more energy and grace than you thought possible. Now that you've given your body a calm and gentle start, it's time to step into the morning with a bit more purpose. And that brings us to a habit that so many people skip without realizing how powerful it is: getting natural sunlight as early as possible. It sounds simple, but trust me, this one is a game changer. The moment natural light hits your eyes, yes, even through clouds, your brain gets the message. Wake up, it's daytime. Your internal clock, or what science folks call your circadian rhythm, starts ticking in rhythm with the world outside. That means your energy levels rise when they're supposed to, your mood improves, and, bonus, you sleep better at night too. So how do you do it? You don't have to go sunbathing or hiking at dawn. Just step outside for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. Sit on the porch. Walk around the yard. Open a window and let the light touch your skin and eyes. You can even bring your morning water or tea with you. Let nature be the first light your body sees, not your phone screen. Now, while we're talking about getting outside, let's lean into another habit that's deeply energizing, not just physically, but emotionally too: gentle movement. Notice I didn't say exercise. I said movement. And there's a difference. You don't need to jog or do push-ups or take a fitness class unless you want to. What you do need is to move your body in a way that feels good. Stretch your arms while you walk. Swing your legs a little. Circle your wrists, roll your shoulders. The goal isn't to burn calories. The goal is to wake up your energy. Even 5 minutes of moving around the house can help. Maybe you sweep the floor while humming your favorite song. Maybe you do a lap or two around the living room. Or maybe you've got a cozy path outside where the birds sing and the breeze is soft. Movement like this gets your blood flowing, releases those feel-good chemicals in your brain, and loosens up anything stiff from the night before. And here's the key: consistency beats intensity. You don't have to go big. You just have to go often. Your body doesn't need punishment, it needs partnership. A little movement each morning is like saying, "I'm still here. I still matter. Let's get this day started." Now, as your body begins to feel more awake, there's another way to supercharge your morning, and this one isn't about your muscles. It's about your mind. Because energy isn't just physical, it's deeply connected to how we think. And one of the fastest ways to bring more mental energy into your day is to spend a few quiet minutes doing something you enjoy. This could be reading a few pages of a book you love, listening to a piece of music that lifts your spirit, sitting quietly with a warm drink and watching the light change. Some people like to journal or write a few thoughts about what they're grateful for. Others say a prayer or sit in silence. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be yours. What this does is center you. It gives you a moment of peace before the day begins pulling at you. Instead of being tossed into the current of errands, phone calls, or chores, you step into the day from a place of stillness. And believe me, that changes everything. When your mind starts calm, you handle the rest of the day with more patience, more grace, and yes, more energy. You see, energy isn't just about how many hours you sleep or how strong your legs are. It's about where you're putting your attention. If your first thoughts are stressful or rushed, your body tenses. If your first thoughts are peaceful, your body follows. And speaking of peace, let's talk about something that sounds too small to be important, but it might just be the most powerful habit of all. It's creating a morning routine that feels like a ritual, not a race. So many of us wake up and immediately start thinking about what needs to be done. Doctor's appointments, groceries, who needs a phone call, what needs fixing. The to-do list hits us before our feet hit the floor. But what if, instead, we created a tiny morning rhythm that felt like a gift? A series of small actions that we actually looked forward to? You could start with your deep breath and stretch, drink your water while the sunlight touches your face, move a little, enjoy your quiet moment, and then Then, think about the day ahead. It's not about perfection. It's about presence. A routine doesn't have to be long or complicated. It just needs to be yours. Something steady, something grounding, something that reminds you each morning, I'm not in a rush. I'm in control of how this day begins. And let me tell you something important. You deserve that. After all the years you've given to others, family, work, community, this time in life is about you. Your peace, your joy, your energy. And these little morning choices? They aren't just habits. They're acts of self-care, acts of love. You are allowed to start slow. You are allowed to choose yourself first thing in the morning. And you are allowed to feel vibrant, no matter your age. When your morning starts with intention, you carry that energy with you through the rest of the day. And now that you've created a little flow, waking up gently, soaking in sunlight, moving your body, finding your calm, it's time to give your energy one more boost, fueling your body the right way. Now, I know breakfast looks different for everyone. Some folks like a hearty meal, while others prefer something light. But one thing we all need, especially as we get older, is quality. You see, the food you eat in the morning sets the tone for your blood sugar, your brain function, and even your mood. So instead of reaching for something sugary or processed, like sweet pastries or boxed cereals, think about giving your body real, nourishing foods. Something with protein to keep your muscles strong. A little healthy fat to fuel your brain. Maybe some fiber to help everything move along nicely, if you know what I mean. A simple breakfast could be scrambled eggs with avocado, a small bowl of oatmeal with berries and nuts, even a smoothie with some greens, fruit, and a spoonful of nut butter. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to support you. And here's a little secret many people overlook: hydration. After a whole night of sleeping, your body wakes up a little dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. Starting your day with a full glass of water, maybe with a splash of lemon, helps your body flush out toxins and wakes up your organs. You'll think more clearly, move more easily, and feel more alert. Try it for a few mornings in a row, you'll notice the difference. But let's go one step further. Beyond the food, the water, the movement, there's one final habit that might be the most energizing of all. And it has nothing to do with your body. It has to do with your mindset. What if, every morning before the world came knocking, you paused to ask yourself a simple question: what am I looking forward to today? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's calling a friend, watering the garden, sitting down with a good book, or just enjoying a few quiet moments on the porch. When we give ourselves something to look forward to, no matter how small, it sparks a light inside us. And that light becomes energy. That's the kind of fuel no coffee can give you. You see, energy isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's spiritual. And as we age, we realize something important. It's not just about doing more. It's about feeling more alive in what we're already doing. You don't have to chase youth to feel energized. You just have to connect with the part of you that still feels curious, grateful, inspired. That's where the real energy lives. And here's what I want you to remember: small steps create big changes. You don't need to do everything at once. You don't need to wake up tomorrow and have the perfect morning routine. Just pick one habit. Maybe it's drinking water first thing, or stepping outside for some morning light, and build from there. One step, one choice, one morning at a time. Because every morning is a fresh start. A chance to say, I'm still growing. I still matter. And this day is mine. So wherever you are right now, whether you're just starting to build better habits or you've been working on yourself for years, know this: it's never too late to choose energy, to choose peace, to choose yourself. And if this message spoke to you, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you do in the morning that helps you feel your best? Or what's a new habit you're going to try after watching this video? If you found this helpful, give it a like. It really helps the channel. And if you'd like more gentle guidance, inspiration, and simple health tips just like this, go ahead and subscribe. We're building a community here where age is not a limit, it's a superpower. Here's to slow mornings, strong spirits, and days filled with purpose. You deserve to wake up feeling good. You deserve to feel alive. So go on, take a deep breath, lift your chin, and step into your day with light in your heart. You've got this.